Going to start our entertainment. Got a super group for you folks. I'd like to introduce this evening's entertainment. They're the members of the East Aurora Society of the Preservation and the Encouragement of Barbershop Quartet, singing in America. For your listening pleasure, I present Dr. Gary McBride, a Delta Sigma Delta, and his group, the All-Stars.
His group. His group. It's his group. I didn't write that. Did he write that? No, I am. Okay, good. Thank you. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. Let me put my arms about you. I could never live without you. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. If you ever leave me, how my heart will ache. I wanna hug you, but I fear you break. Oh, you beautiful doll. Oh, honey, do you know I want you near? Why don't you just turn out the light and then come over here? Nestle close up to my side, to my side. Hearts on fire, hearts on fire, with love's desire. In my arms find rest complete. I never thought that life could ever be so sweet, till I met you some time ago. But now you know I love you so, yes, I'm telling you so. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great, big, beautiful doll, my darling, let me put my ever-loving arms about you. Honey, it's no secret, I'm so glad I found you. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. Never ever leave me or my heart will ache. I wanna hug you, baby, please don't break. Oh, you beautiful girl. Oh, you beautiful, simply marvelous. Oh, you beautiful, great big beautiful doll. Oh, you loving Thank you. Very nice to be with you and part of Gary's quartet. It's and he got the job and booked it, so I said, well, whatever it is, we'll talk about it later. No, it's really a pleasure for us to be here. We're four local guys who get together once in a while. We three members of this quartet. I think it's good to confess right up front. We're three members of this quartet 20 years ago, in 1970, were the state champions. Now I know you're dying to figure out which three were in that championship quartet, right? 20 years ago. Gary came up with a smart mouth remark one night when we talked about this by coming forward with a prize that he won 20 years ago. He was on a championship Little League team and was 7 years old. Not funny when you have this much gray hair, but anyway. We bummed around, the three of us and the other quartets and so forth, and Bob and Pat and myself. And finally we got kicked out of all of them and decided to reform our old championship quartet of 20 years ago. And Gary was doing nothing evenings or finished his studies and hadn't gotten married by that time, so he decided that he wanted to give it a crack. We've been very happy about having him sing baritone with us all these last months. We've been together just a while, and we think we'll keep it. We think, yes. We'd like to do something for you now called Sitting on Top of the World. I'm sitting on top of the world, just rolling along, because I'm quitting the blues of the world, just singing a song, Glory, hallelujah. I just phoned the parson, a pocket ready to call. Just like Humpty Dumpty, I'm ready to fall because I'm sitting on top of the world, just rolling along, just rolling along. I'm sitting on top of the world, rolling along, rolling along. I'm quitting the blues of the world, just singing a song, just singing a song, just singing a song. For hallelujah, I just phoned the parson, a pocket ready to fall. Just like Humpty Dumpty, I'm ready to fall because I'm sitting on top of the world, just rolling along, just singing a song. I'm sitting on top of the world.
Buffet dinner, and at this point, if they can hear us back there, I'd like to thank all the ladies and the staff for helping us put on this fine meal tonight. So I'd like to have a round of applause. That last song we just did, Sitting on Top of the World, was a song that was made famous by Al Jolson. And we'd like to do a little tribute to Al Jolson this evening, and he was one of the world's greatest entertainers. You might have seen some of his movies or heard some of him singing a song, a classical style of singing. And we'd like to do a song now that's a tribute to him because everybody loves a Jolson song.
When they ask me, what do you love, heavens above, whatever could they be thinking of? Listen to me. Give me a glove as white as a glove, out of the way, don't need a shower. I love a Jolson song, the memories linger on, and I just can't help but sing along when I hear a Jolson song. It comes as no surprise when teardrops fill your eyes, and there's no need to apologize when you hear a Jolson song. Sing a song of Swanee, give me one more rockabye. Sonny boy and Mammy makes me wanna cry. I see a silhouette I never will forget. Saying, folks, you ain't heard nothing yet. While we hear a Jolson song. Singing Mammy on his knee, Alabama, the place to be. Is it any mystery why I love Jolson? I see a silhouette I never will forget. Saying, folks, you ain't heard nothing yet. Love a Jolson, sing another Jolson. Love a Jolson song. I love a Jolson song. A Mammy and Alabama
song. Al Jolson began his Hollywood career back in the 1920s during the days of the silent movies. And when it became time for them to be able to put music and words and sound onto these silent movies, he became one of the first stars of those motion pictures. And the first movie that was ever made in sound was called The Jazz Singer, and it starred Al Jolson. So we'd like to do a song now that he sang during that movie, and it's called California, Here I Come.
When the wintry winds are blowing and the snow is starting to fall, then my eyes turn westward, knowing that's the place I love the best of all. morning birdie singing everything the sun gives me said. Don't be late, that's why I can hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I come. Please, sun kiss me, said, don't be late, that's why I can hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I'm on my way today, that's where I'm gonna stay. California, here I come.
After World War II, Al Jolson's career began to go downhill, and he came up with an idea to get a little bit of money after that depression and the war was over, and he decided to, of all better things, because he had sort of a large ego, to have a movie written about himself, and he wrote it, he directed it, and he wanted to star in it, but the producer said no, at this point he was just too old. So they gave the part to a man named by the name of Larry Parks. Well, Larry Parks did most of the movies. He mouthed the words while Al Jolson recorded the soundtracks for all the movies, except for one song, because there was a scene in the front of the Winter Garden Theater in New York City, and as they filmed it, he just couldn't get the way that Al Jolson came down the stairs there. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie. But Al Jolson said, I'm going to do this myself. So they used sort of a long shot with the camera, and this is the song that he sang as he came down that stairway, and it's called Rockabye Your Baby with a Dixie Melody.
Mammy mine, your little rolling stone that rolled away, strolled away. Mammy, Mammy mine, your rolling stone is rolling home today, there to stay, just to see your smiling face, smile a welcome sign. When I'm in your fond embrace, listen, Mammy mine, Mammy mine. Rockabye your baby with a Dixie melody. When you croon a tune from the heart of Dixie, just hang my cradle, Mammy mine, right on the Mason-Dixon line, and swing it from Virginia down to Tennessee with all the love that's in ya. Weep no more, my lady, sing that song again for me. Sweet and low, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver the minute that you sing the Swanee River. Rockabye your rockabye baby with a Dixie melody. Oh, weep no more, my lady. Sing that song again for me. Sing that song for me. Sweet and low, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver the minute that you sing the Swanee River. Rockabye your rockabye baby with a good old-fashioned Swanee, good old Dixie song.
Jolson's songs are fun to sing. And when I saw Jerry, or Gary, assume the time I got down on me and proposed to my wife, how happy I've been ever since. And Our next song is going to be a song that's probably my personal favorite because it gives me a way to express how I feel about her. The song title is Wonderful One. It's just to tell you how wonderful she is. She works really hard at, being a good homemaker and trying to stretch the budget dollar, and flips coupons and dented can sales. Like up until a week ago, because the last time she went to check out the dented cans and the hammer fell out of her purse. She gets up and gets straight, jogging in the morning, gets up real early before dark out there. Knock it around and go make it. Or the other morning, it goes, what's the matter? She says, I can't straighten up. Dark, and I get around, get her into the bed. This and that, the dresser laid on. And I said, what's the matter? She says, I can't straighten up. I look down. She's got her jack stocks hooked to her garter belt. So I went over to the dresser and got a scissors and I cut her loose. Snap right back. She's really a wonderful one.
Snap right back. Calling, calling dear, calling dear. The one, can't you hear, can you hear? Each throbbing part of my faithful heart. Come to me, make all my sighs disappear. Sweetheart, you must know that I love you so. Awake or sleeping, my heart's in your keeping. And calling to you soft and low, soft and low. My wonderful one, whenever I'm beaming, love's love light a gleaming, I see, I see. My wonderful one, how my arms ache to hold dear, to cuddle and hold dear to me. Just you, only you, in the shadowy twilight, in silvery moonlight, there's none like you. I adore you. My life I live for you, my wonderful, wonderful. I give my life for my wonderful, wonderful one, my one.
I'd like to do a standard barbershop tune, one of the ones that almost all the barbershop quartets do. It's called My Wild Irish Rose. Plus, I do have it in my contract that we do at least one little Irish song on every occasion. Why is that, Peck? I'll tell you one little short Irish joke, because I'm a short Irishman. My wife says I am a short Irish joke, so but never mind, she knows it's true. Anyway, picture yourself in a little village in Ireland, Guy's walking down the street with this great big dog. Fellow's coming up the other way and he says, Pat, he says, for the Lord's sake, he says, where are you going with a great big dog? He says, oh, I'm taking this dog right here to the veterinarian right away, straight away to the veterinarian right now. He said, well, how come you're taking him to the veterinarian? He says, is he mad? He said, well, I'm having him put away, and he's not too pleased.
Think about it.
Yes. We like to do a little demonstration on my Wild Irish Rose, just to show you just a little bit about how barbershop harmony works.
My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows.
That's my Wild Irish Rose in 4-part harmony. Now we're going to hear just what it sounds with the lead alone, and we'll build up with the bass, the baritone, and the tenor.
My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows.
Thanks, Jimmy. Now the bass, Bob Brandel, is going to let you hear what the bass sounds like all by itself.
My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows.
Now, our little friend Gary here is going to let you hear what the baritone, if he can stand it. If anybody has to go to the restroom, the baritone all by itself is it's not a pretty sight.
In 1 month, my new wife almost wanted a divorce. So I sing the baritone part. My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows.
Oh, give him a hand. My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. They save all the best parts for the Irish. Okay, now 4-part harmony.
My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare with my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the dearest flower that grows. And someday for my sake she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose. My rose, the bloom from my wild Irish rose.
Thank you. Thanks. Now you know how barbershop harmony is created. Very, very unique, obviously, and it's an American tradition just like jazz. We'd like to sing a song that kind of borders on being a little in between country, western, and gospel, spiritual, anything you want to call it. This was written especially for Jim because he figured that he wanted to have a little talk with himself.
Lately I have noticed all my friends avoiding me, and that girl who loved me up and said goodbye. My whole world is coming apart and falling in on me, and I guess deep down I know the reason why. Lately I've been living for nobody else but me, Let my selfish ego take a man. Lately I've been giving in to pride and vanity, and I guess I let it get the upper hand.
Well, I think it's just about time to
Have a little talk with myself. Have a little talk with myself. A little private conversation, a little self-examination, a little attitude direction, a little soul search and inspection. Start heading in the right direction. Take a little walk. Have a little talk with myself. Do-do-do-do-do. Wah-wah. I put importance on the wrong things in this life, and my outlook had a twisted point of view. All you read with vanity is heartache and strife. Without love and friendship, you won't make it through.
Well, I think it's just about time to
Have a little talk with myself. Have a little talk with myself. A little private conversation, a little self-examination, a little attitude direction, a little soul search and inspection. Start heading in the right direction, and a little recognizing item, criticizing, right, organizing, summarizing, ostracizing. Take a little walk. Have a little talk with myself. First time we sang that in public. Thank you.
Woo! And we'd like to thank you very much. You've been a great audience. And for our last song, we would like to do our little rendition of, let me get out my card here. I know what it is. But no. 4 months ago, many of you might know, I got married. Well, picture the scene. I'm standing up there, walk in with the priest, and I'm walking up to the front of the aisle, and these three gentlemen come walking over in suits and ties, and people are thinking, what are these people doing? So they come walking over, stand next to me, and we break out into the next song on my wedding day, May 19th of this year.
Bells are ringing, birds are singing. Bells are ringing for a girl and boy. Some boy. What a beautiful day for a wedding in May. In May, see the people all stare at the lovable pair. A vision of joy, vision of joy. He's the luckiest boy, lucky boy in his wedding array. Hear him smilingly say, the bells are ringing, ding dong for me and my gal. The birds are singing for me and my gal. Everybody's been knowing to a wedding they're going, and for weeks they've been sewing. Every Tuesday and Saturday they're congregating for me and my gal. The parson's waiting for me and my gal. And sometime I'm gonna build a little home or two, or three or four or more in love.
Thank you.
Thank you, All-Stars. Did a great job. Appreciate it.